Welcome to the Northeast Iowa Crop Report. My name is Nick Benson, standing outside a field just outside of Elkader, Iowa. Just want to give an update on what I'm seeing out here. Once again, planting progress has come along quite well. We did get a nice shot of rain last night, almost a half inch. That's why I'm standing on the side of the road and not in the field, because it's actually quite muddy here in Elkader at least. We are about 80% done on corn, 60 to 70% done on soybeans. And now the big talking point is looking forward. So Friday night into Saturday morning, it appears that we may be in store for a very nice or very not nice freeze. And so how is that going to affect our crops? On corn, for those seedlings that are coming up out of the ground, so the seed planted right away, the 23rd through maybe the 26th or 27th, that should be out of the ground by this Friday. And with seed, the main engine of that seed or that corn is the seed, which is underneath the ground. So when that corn gets to VE stage or emergence, that fresh material that's out of the ground, it can get frozen off and really not affect the corn plant that much. In fact, in the past, some of those studies with frozen corn taking it to yield shows no effect at all, actually. Now, the concern is with soybeans. With soybeans, it's the opposite. Totally different way of emerging, totally different plant, really. And so with soybeans, the seed actually swells up, and then the soybean seed comes up out of the ground. So we call the cotyledon. And those cotyledons are really the engine to start the growth of that soybean. Corn, the seed's beneath the ground, it's safe from a freeze. Soybeans, the cotyledon comes up out of the ground and it's very susceptible to a freeze. And so those soybeans planted the 23rd, 24th, 25th, I do believe those soybeans will be out of the ground. And if we do get a freeze a little bit colder than they're saying, right now we're projecting 29, 30. If it gets to 27, 28 for a prolonged period, an hour or two, we could have some pretty significant a killing freeze on these soybeans. And so Saturday morning or Sunday we'll be looking at some fields if it gets that cold. Let's hope it doesn't. But that's kind of our situation as we look forward. And then here next week we're going to have to start really assessing some of these plants, because we did get a very cold rain last night. We are going to have to assess some of those corn plants in particular that were just ready to come through but weren't, and that took in some really cold rain. It got quite cold and it was a cold rain, and so we'll have to start assessing those next week. So a little foreshadowing to next week's crop report, probably be talking about imbibitional chilling damage, but we'll see. Hopefully everything's okay. Time will tell there. So let's hope for a warm Friday night into Saturday morning. That's the crop report for Northeast Iowa. I'm Nick Benson with Federal Hybrids.